Soul Garden.
Hello my captains, and welcome back to Soul Horoscopes Weekly Update. From my webcam to yours, I'm Christopher Witecki, your host to the universe. I'm also the proud host of a new contest at soulgarden.me, a Halloween contest, our first annual Miss Lilith Catwalk Costume Contest. Now, if you don't know, Lilith is an asteroid in your chart, which represents repressed rage, mommy issues, first wife issues. It applies to men and women, and we thought it'd be therapeutic for us to dress up as our problem and strut our stuff. So if you want to participate, we'll have details at the mothership. The winner will win a free year of Soulmart videos and a special package from the Witch Doctor. And for those of you who think this is sexist, I'll just tell you right now, I'll be there Halloween night, dressed as a native, reporting to the Witch Doctor shirtless. So we have no shame at Soul Garden, and that's what's cool about us. Now for the Capricorns and for all signs on the planet, we are not wasting any time. Karma is moving forward at a rapid pace. We will wrap up a 3-year transit of working on your career and begin a 3-year transit of where you belong, which is your popularity, your success in society, your reputation, your marketing, if you want to throw a Capricorn term by it. Now, we overlap on Sunday. I think you're feeling good. Sunny and cool is my prediction. The moon is in your sign. It's way off of Pluto. And you are just kind of owning and squatting your career legacy. And that's what you want to do. You want to squat on that legacy. Stand on. You spent 3 years developing your career. This is it. Let's see what happens. Squat on it. Stop worrying it. Own it. And begin through law of attraction to make it happen, right? Now, one thing I want to point out is this Saturn conjunction. Saturn is already in the next issue. I'll talk about it here in a couple of minutes. But it does mean that you must be really honoring what you love about yourself. What you love about yourself. What you think people will think is neat. And that's the perspective, not the perspective, will I be successful in the world? It's, I love these things about myself. I want to share these things I love about myself. That's the space you want to hold when it comes to marketing and nothing more. Then on Monday, we are tested. It's a 29th degree, and this is the final test of the 3-year transit of your career. All you want to do is hold the emotional sway, that emotional passion and excitement for the future and where things are flowing and going. That's how you succeed. You are cloudy but content. The moon shifts into Aquarius, which means your emotions shift to self-esteem and self-confidence. So the universe might be throwing you a curveball by throwing you a self-confidence test, but really it's about holding that master sway. So hold the master sway with your career and just keep floating into the next segment of consciousness. The Pluto Libra generation does officially graduate their childhood karma by holding this passionate sway. Put simply, don't do anything wrong or against what you learned from growing up in your family, all right? Don't do it. Don't do it to your kids. Don't do it to your neighbors. Don't do it. Just be peaceful. Hold that peace. That's the master sway for that generation. I think you will do just fine. I really do. You're a Capricorn after all. Congratulations, Pluto Libra generation. Then on Tuesday at 0 degrees, 0 means 0, the no man's land between two states of awareness. Pluto rules the day, so there's a feeling of death on Tuesday. You might say it's Halloween. Something might happen. Sometimes celebrities die in this particular transit, but that feeling of death is meant to kill off the anguish, the pain, the crap, everything from the career transit. So let it go and let it flow. You learned, you survived, you are where you are. This is also letting go of your childhood for Pluto Libra generation. Let it go, it's over. And now it's time to move to the future. With death is rebirth, and that rebirth goes to a new reputation to the world, a new you. And that's what we're going to talk about, a new public you. The sun is teetering on the border, and Saturn has clicked to 2 degrees, which means it's already personal, kind of as far as the new issue. And let's look at the new issue. The new issue deals with Scorpio energy. I protect. Scorpio consciousness is the consciousness souls use to protect themselves. And we protect ourselves by protecting our emotions. Scorpio is a water sign, which means it manages an emotional state of awareness or a part of the emotional states of awareness. Scorpio I protect energy is what you use to manage your reputation in the world, which basically means Capricorns either love you or hate you. And everyone who's on the outside of a Capricorn will tell you that. You're either on their good side or their bad side. There doesn't seem to be a gray with Capricorn. You get no love from the Capricorn or all love from the Capricorn. So you're very black and white in Scorpio about how you connect to the world and how you belong to the world. It's yes or no. And there's nothing you protect more than your reputation, your public reputation. Which is why if anyone goes to war with a Capricorn, the first thing they want to do is spoil their public reputation, like Mel Gibson and Tiger Woods must have been humiliated, right? They're Capricorns. Oh, the shame. So for the first 10 days, context consciousness is actually what you're working on within the soul, the context. How do you see yourself in the context of the world? Mel Gibson saw himself on a high pedestal as he called the cop a Jew. That was kind of a bad context. He thought he was higher than everyone. Your context consciousness is the beginning of your marketing. And usually you walk out of the door as a child putting yourself in a certain context based on your parents. And so the first thing most people do in this transit is destroy the context they left their house with, because that is the one that's still operating subconsciously until you become aware of it and shift it. So in the first 10 days, we're going to look at your context. Are you the third born? Are you the last, are you the nice guy finishing last? Are you the short one? Are you the fat one? These terms, green color, blue color, white color, these terms, these contexts, these titles is where it goes to the next level, and then reputation to the final. So when we plug in on Thursday, did we go to Wednesday? No, we didn't go to Wednesday. Let's go to Wednesday. Sorry. I got so excited. We plug in on Wednesday. We're in the first degree of the transit. And so you were beginning to assess whether or not the parts, really the question is, Capricorn, do the parts of yourself that you love, does the public see them? Does the public get to have them? Do you share the parts of yourself that you love with the world? Because that's where you belong. You belong where your heart connects to their heart. It's that simple. And if your hearts don't connect, you don't belong there. Your neighborhoods are the ones where your hearts connect with those people because the hearts vibrate on that level. So on Wednesday, you're really kind of assessing whether you belong or don't belong. The moon moves through 2 signs on Wednesday. It starts with soul capital and money and finance. And by the end, it pulls you into a pensive transit when the moon moves into Pisces. Yeah, nothing to report here. Then on Thursday, let's jump ahead. Then on Thursday, the moon rules the day, and so we are emotional, and this is a very important pivotal day. A quiet day. I think you will be chatty. The moon is well into your house of communication, so I think you're wanting to get your words out. You're either chatty, you want to write, or you want to get it out, and that's good because what you're assessing really is how far the lesson will go. The sun today conjuncts Saturn at 2 degrees in Scorpio, so the I love the sun conjuncts Saturn, I decide. So you decide what you love or don't love when the sun conjuncts Saturn. The sun only conjuncts Saturn once a year. Saturn's also your home planet, so it's like returning home. Be careful what you decide on this day. If you decide you don't love yourself in the world, if you decide the world doesn't love you, then that is where you will begin with this 3-year transit of your place and reputation. Now, don't lie. You can't fake it till you make it on this particular transit. On this transit, you just want to be honest. Be very honest with yourself about what you love about yourself and how much of that part of you is actually in the world and how much of your false self, how much do you lie, how much do you hide your heart in the world? Because the power is in the heart in the new age. So if you can't share your heart in the world, you're really not going to be successful. And I believe, this is my belief here, in the new age. So this is a day of assessing, but be careful how you fall asleep on that night. I'll be texting everyone in the GA network reminders. Then on Friday's going to be a happy day, sunny and quite mindful. The moon is still in Pisces, so I think you're kind of meditative, mindful. You're probably processing. Maybe you're having some high-end communication. You might be already obsessed with a public relations issue, by the way, or a friendship issue, something I haven't said yet. But Capricorns will be changing a lot of friendships in the next 3 years because friendships are a part of the I belong consciousness, where you feel like you belong or don't belong, which is where you end up in society. So you will be shifting friendships, and on Friday you might already be in a bit of a negotiation about that. Looking at the planets, there's really nothing I want to show here. I do the maps anyways. Then on Saturday, ooh, boo-hoo, showers, chance of phobias, maybe some outcry. That's because we're going to have a breakdown, Uranus's first ruling day of the transit and of the new 3-year lesson of where you belong in society. This might be a lot of stuff. I think everyone needs to do some releasing. I'm sure we're talking about, maybe having a little bit of mourning over what you have endured when it comes to trying to make it in the world or trying to be liked or trying to be loved. So there might be some pain here, and I really suggest you just let it go and let it flow. It just turns into cancer if you hold on to it. Now there's other stuff going on. One is this opposition. This makes it not so much fun. It's between Mars and Jupiter in Gemini, and it's hitting you in a very sensitive spot, to say the least, which has to do with reality versus faith. Mars in Sag is putting a lot of aggressive masculine energy for you to step into your inner faith, to step into it. Now, when you don't step into it, the opposite side of that Mars expression is extreme subconscious anxiety. Okay? So worrying, anxiety. this anxiety has been building for a while, and suddenly it opposes something in your life. So something may happen in your life on Saturday that has nothing to do with your reputation and has to do with something going on in your daily life. And that would then show you some other lesson about belonging. There's another side lesson there. So this opposition is a tug-of-war between your inner faith and actual reality. And when it comes to the way you approach reality, Jupiter is retrograde, which means you've got a lot to learn, Captain, about how to live in reality. Your faith, however, you should have down pat. So I would say stick with the faith, screw what the details are in reality are. If you manifest reality, this will change anyways, and that's part of this day. But also, the moon crosses Uranus during the course of this day, and this is your own ability to self-nurture. And one of the other B plots going on for Capricorns is always improving and innovating your ability to take better emotional care of yourself, And so this is a challenge not only of you to feel okay in society or feel like you belong in society, but also how well you go get Kleenex and how well you take care of yourself and you self-mommy. So the universe is just like boom, 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 which is the way the universe usually sets up a lesson, and I want to map it all out. On Sunday, cloudy, nesting, and resting for the captains of the zodiac. The moon is now off of Uranus, and so it's time to nest and rest and nurture your emotions for sure. Mercury rules the day, which means we're pensive, we're exchanging information, and you're really going to break through. In other words, where did I slip on the banana peel in the Uranus breakdown day? Where were the places, and where was it in my own context consciousness that let me down? So if you did have some sort of reality breakdown, perhaps it was your context consciousness that happened. So, for instance, that classic Mel Brooks day where he got pulled over by a cop, this could be it. This could be it, where he was too high and mighty, context consciousness, and then all of a sudden he gets arrested or something, his daily reality, then he has to have higher faith for himself. That would be a perfect example. Sorry, Mel, I guess, you're a celebrity so that you can teach others. Now, looking at the planets, the only thing I want to point out is that Venus is offline on Sunday, so you must self-nurture. There's no option here. That means giving and receiving is offline from the world. Good news is, though, Venus is moving into Libra, which means that you're going to start to see results next week, immediate results, Venus, immediate little sprouts coming up from all of your hard work of 3 years of career. So the good news is you will start to see sprouts coming up really quick, and that should help you feel better about anything. Oh, we had a little bit of a video jump cut there. Sorry about that. But what I was saying was Venus moving into Libra does mean that you're going to start to see sprouts coming up right away of your career and all that 3 years of hard work. And I think that'll help you, move forward with the new lesson, seeing that you're having progress from the old. Okay, my captain, that's all I have for this 7-day forecast. I will see you back in 7 more. Be sure to come on down to the mothership and come hang out with us for Halloween. Until next time, live, love, be. Having a hard time with love lasting long enough? How often is your first date your last date? Have you noticed that your relationships last no more than 2 days? They say love never lasts, but in your case, it doesn't even start. Your birthday is a secret soul security number. We know everything about you, how you love, how you lust, and how you like to be lusted by. In one video, you'll understand what you're looking for in love and what you offer. Secrets of Birthdays, now available at secretsofbirthdays.com.